Driving inside of ERLC is probably one of the main aspects of the game. Literally almost every team has a vehicle that you can drive around the whole map, and it's great fun. Some people are great at driving whilst others aren't so good, like me. So that's why I took a driving test inside of ERLC to find out if I was actually good at driving and to see if I could actually improve. Now, let's go through everything that's inside of this driving test. So this driving test is made up of 3 parts, 3 different skill sets that will be tested and will push me to my limits of driving around the map inside of ERLC. Now this is set to go from easy all the way up to really hard, which will actually make me almost crash essentially, which hopefully will not happen, but if you know me, you know I'm a bad driver inside of the game. Now let's see how this scoring works. Now let's talk about how my scores will be rated or work inside of this driving test. Now we created this driving test so it isn't done with any group, so we just came up with a basic score which will mark my kind of overall rating. So an A+ is an incredible pass, an A is a great pass, a B is a fair pass, a C is a pass, a D is just about pass, and E is like just you nearly failed but you still passed, and then an F of course means fail. So yeah, we can basically only pass and pretty easily, but if we get an F of course we've failed. So yeah, this is going to be pretty challenging, so let's move on and get right into the video and let's start segment 1 of this challenge. Alright, so now we are in the game, ready to start this driving test, which Vanchko and Barek have set up kindly for me to do. Now, it starts as soon as we get over to the postal station, and yeah, that's when we will start getting moderated in the driving test. And like I said earlier, the scores are pretty hard to get. They range all the way from an A+ all the way to an F, which is a fail, which hopefully I don't get the F, and I'm hoping for like an A+ or an A. But if you've watched my content, you will know that I am not the best driver inside of ERLC. So yeah, here we are, this is the start. Let's turn around and get started. Alright, here we go. Let's exit the postal station. Let's take a left here. Alright, starting off very well. Let's go over the speed bump, and let's take a, oh no, I meant to click the indicator. Hopefully the instructor hasn't noticed that. Let's take a slow. Let's not do any bad things. And then they said to come over to postal 303. Now I'm definitely not going over 50 miles per hour now, definitely wasn't earlier. And now this is the challenging part. Can we get all the way around this? I don't think so. Let's do a 3-point turn. I am the best driver inside of ERLC. Let's just indicate there. We also hit the curb. Indicate again. Beautiful driving. And now let's go over to the next obstacle. Here, let's look left and right. And it looks like I have to reverse into this, which hopefully won't be too bad. Let's just line up our car like that. That should be good there. Slowly start reversing here, make it nice and straight, and there we go. That is it, done. That is the first set of obstacles completed here. And yeah, let's move on to the next part. Alright everyone, so it's now time for the second part of my test. And I've actually got Avensky and Barek ranking me now, as I think I might need 2 instructors. Alright, take a right turn here. Alright, let's go the speed limit, which I believe is 60 miles per hour. Keep going slowly. Alright, here we have some cone set up, I believe, which we might need to remove her. Alright, stop. There we go. Okay, we got told to stop. Alright. Slalom test. Go between the... Okay, I cannot speak. Go between the cones. Alright. I have no clue what salmon test means, but I guess it means this. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. to any car driving lovers. Alright, now where do we go in structure? Do we carry on around here? And take a left. Alright, here we go. Do we carry on up to these cones? I believe we do. At the end, do a U-turn around the big cone. Alright, let's just go nice and slow. Yeah. Oh no, we've really screwed this up. We have really screwed. No. Ah, we should have gone a bit wider. And then I believe we could have done that. Ah, we did not do the best. That was not the best. Do I just pull over? Or should we carry on? Keep going straight. Alright. Alright, don't know if there's any more, but I guess they just want to see how I'm driving around the map. Navigate around the obstacle. Will do. Alright, indicating around. Now let's indicate to go around there. Alright, I think I'm actually doing pretty good. Now they want me to do hill stops. Do they want me to turn into high rock? Or are we going to do it on this hill? Alright. Stop in the middle of the ramp and pull the handbrake. I kind of missed that. Should I just reverse? Alright. Let me go around. We can try that again here. As I've got to try do my best. Alright, we indicated. And then let's stop here. Alright. Take a next left. Alright, 40. We've got to do 40. Alright, here we go. Take another left. Now they want me to go straight onto the ramp and pull the handbrake. Alright, let's take a left here. It feels like we're doing a lot of lefts in this. But, alright, they want me to go onto the ramp here. And then pull the handbrake like so. There we go. Pulled the handbrake. Is this what they want? Alright, perfect. Hopefully I'm doing pretty good. I have high hopes for this. Hopefully we're doing hold the clutch and perform a hill start. Alright, let's go. There we go. There we go. Performing a hill start. Brilliant. I didn't even roll back. Amazing. I don't think they were expecting this from me. Park up, please. Alright. Let's just go around. Park up. Reverse parking if possible. Alright. Alright, let's just get this nice and straight here. Very hard to line up inside a parking garage. But just a bit like that. A bit like that. Oh, do not want to smash the back. But there we go. Perfect. Put it into park. There we go. I think that's part 2 out of 3 of this test completed. And I'll see you all on the next part of the test. Alright, go ahead and reverse out, hood facing the mod shop. Alright, here we go. Final part of this test. Hopefully I will do well. Let's look both left, right. Let's reverse, hood facing the mod shop. There we go. Let's move forward down here, remaining a moderate speed as we go past the fire and rescue place. Alright, turn left at the stop sign. Alright, that's here. Brilliant, and looks like we have come to a red light, which is unfortunate. So yeah, let's just wait. Turn left again at the red light. Alright, let's just wait here. Looks like we might have to wait another 4 seconds for the light to change. And then yeah, we'll go down Maple Street. There we go. Turn left. Here we go. Please drive slowly after the red light and stop before the ladder truck. Alright, here we go. Like so, we might have to line up a bit more. This is very tight angle we're doing here. There we go. We need to quickly do a bit more. There we go. There we go. I think we've gotten into the space here. Not bad, not bad. There we go. We've parked into the space here. Hopefully successfully. But, yeah, that was very challenging, to say the least. Oh, I'm really nervous for this final part, because apparently it's meant to be the hardest part of the test. So, yeah, I'm just parked up, ready to see what they're going to say next. So, oh, here we go. Now, please go ahead and start driving towards the secondary entrance of the High Rock Park. Any route you want. Alright, let's just indicate. And look both left and right. Oh, narrowly missing the salt truck. Ooh, AK left into there. And another one. Oh no. We're really losing traction. Let me turn this off. There we go. Because I felt like I'm not going to make it up with that. But let's just start. Let's go up. Uh-oh, we are nowhere from getting up the hill. Uh-oh. Let's go back. Can we go back down the hill, instructor? Or do we have to carry on from this angle? Go to the bottom and do it again. Alright. Alright, here we go. Reversing on a very tight angle. Alright, very risky. Let's not go too fast down here. But I feel like we might need to do that again. Hopefully they don't shout stop at me. Let's just go down here and then turn around. Alright, here we go. Let's try do that again here. Alright, like they said, just easy and avoid larger bumps. So hopefully we can do that. Maybe if I took the first exit up here, that might have helped. Now let's go on moderate speed. Try keep our speed up. Avoid larger bumps. And there we go. Just about. Come on, car. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. We've made it up here. The first obstacle done. We've managed to complete that. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you, instructor. Thank you. Take a left. And all these roads are very drop off. Feels like we could go off them, the side of them. After this, you'll shortly have one more assignment. Alright, then hopefully we'll be getting our scores back. And let's see if I'm finally classed as a good driver inside of ERLC, as all of you guys who's ever watched my videos, live streams, have always called me a bad driver inside of ERLC. Alright, so that actually was my last assignment. I didn't realise. So now it's time for my rating. Let's go see my rating and see if I manage to pass or not. This is going to be very nervous. Let's see what it is. You've received a B. That is actually alright. I was hoping for an A or an A+, but that is only 3 away from being the highest one. So I actually think that is good. A fair pass. So yeah, we've actually done alright. Maybe I should retake this in a month or 2 after practicing and see how much I've improved. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching today's video. Thank you to everyone who set this up. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.